Okay, this is my first video review on YouTube, so let me do it in 4 parts. So first part, I will review the stick and tell you about the designs and all the details. And second part, I will show you how to mod it. The third part, I will show you how to set the buttons and the configurations on the web configurator. And the fourth part, I will give you my conclusion, and I will give you my Black Friday promotion code. Okay, so to begin with, I have to say this stick is the case is quite small comparing to other regular sized arcade sticks. So for instance, like this Hori Alpha, comparing to it is here. You see, it's shorter than the Alpha on both sides, and I think it's a little bit thinner too on the height. It's basically the size of a bigger hitbox. Okay, so comes with this smaller size with very light weight. It's only 2.5 kilos, and it's made of anodized aluminum. Look at the case. I have the Golden Cosmos edition here. So they have this 3D laser engraving here. So from different angles, they have different textures. It's very classy. You have to look close to see the details. I really like this design. So yeah, on this Golden Cosmos edition, it comes with a pair of gloves, 2 extra ball tops, a strap, and 1 extra set of buttons, and of course 1 more back top. And look at the buttons. These are not random spots. So I think these are the 12 zodiacs. I don't know which is which, but it's 12 buttons. And here, let me say more about the stick. Sorry, I lost my mind. I don't know where I'm going from here. Yeah, so the buttons here, these are Cherry MX magnetic switches, which you can set the activation distance and the release distance, which I think is called rapid trigger, or RT. So I will show you how to do that later. So and the stick, I think every detail is considered. You have a guitar strap here on both sides, and you have a travel handle. And I especially like the cable. It's retractable, so you can see. And if you want to take it back, and you can lock it here. And you see the handle doesn't touch the case, so it won't break it. So, and yeah, on the other side, yeah, it's even better. It's my favorite part. So here there's a magnetic door. You can open it, and here, look inside. It's a compartment for the lever, but also a toolbox for you. If you go to a tournament, you don't need to bring anything other than the stick itself. So here is a detachable shaft, a dust washer, the tools you need to mod the stick, 1 empty keycap, and 2 extra buttons just in case one button goes off in a tournament. So like I said, yeah, this is the only thing you need if you travel to a tournament. You don't need to bring extra tools and stuff. So I think this stick is, and with the perfect weight, with all the carryings, with the handles, with the straps, this case has everything detailed for a tournament. So if I go to tournament, I would bring this one myself too. It's way lighter than my aluminum cases. Way lighter. Perfect for traveling. Okay, so let me show you how to mount this. So here is the lever removed. I have to say the design is very smart here. So the Sanwa lever is mounted to these two pieces of steel here, and you mount these two pieces into the case, and you see these there are four bolts here that fits on these two steel bars, so it makes it very solid, very tight. I like this design. Okay, so on the downside, you see how these two bars are mounted on this Sanwa. So it means that you can your options of lever here is limited. I will try it now, and I will show you. Okay, I've tested every lever I have. Let me share the results with you. So as I predicted, none of the Korean lever works. So Sanjik's V6 doesn't work because of the mounting board. Master lever doesn't work because of the mounting board. My lever doesn't work because of the mounting board. And well, golden lever, the mounting board fits, but you see the space here is very limited. I think it could barely fit in there. If you break the foams on the side and maybe be more crafty, I couldn't fit it. And I tested the length, so even if you could fit this in, you won't be able to close the door here. So you will probably also have to drill a hole in the door. So yeah, maybe something to improve for the next version. But you know, everything for Sanwas, wait, what? So Hayabusa doesn't work. Semitsu, I think most of it doesn't work. But you can always rely on auto. So like, yeah, I've dismounted the Sanwa, and yeah, I put a auto V5 M plus here. So basically, it's an auto V5, but it uses a Semitsu LS40 PCB. It has arms in here. So basically, I think it's the best of both worlds for J levers. So yeah, let me put this one back in. I hope it fits. Okay, the auto V5 works here. So yeah, let's turn into the buttons. So the buttons here are Cherry MX magnetic switches. So you can, by default, the buttons are 1.5 millimeter travel distance, but you can set the activation distance and release distance on the web configurator. So from the Golden Cosmos edition, you have one set of these for free. And you can buy other colors and different arts buttons from small cap or other shops. So the buttons, they have different colors and 3 different travel distance. So these are 1.5, and there will be 1 millimeter and 2 millimeter travels. You can choose that. Okay. So to change the buttons, it's also super easy. This is the tool that comes in the toolbox. Put these 2 pins into the 2 holes on the button and twist it. There you go. Remove the button, and you just got the new. You just put the new one in. And the buttons here, take a look. They have a very thick layer of cushion here. And you don't need to connect anything. Just twist and it's good. I think this is an awesome design. Okay, so yeah, let me mod mine and I'll show you when it's done. Okay, I finished. What do you think? This wooden ball top comes in the box. And these are some buttons with Chinese triagrams. These are 8. These represents the 8 elements in the Taoist philosophy. And tigers, of course. And on the back, yeah, I have to sticker bomb it. This is the perfect size. Okay, so let me show you how to configure the buttons on the web configurator. Okay, we're all set here. So to use the web configurator, you slide this one here all the way to the right to the keyboard mode. Then you plug it to your PC or your Mac. Then go to fk2.varmilo.com. You will be in this site, okay? Then click here, then click Kassai here, and then click connect. That means your Kassai is paired. So to change the mapping, you go here. Well, there's controller mode and keyboard mode. But if you play on consoles or if you play on Steam, just do the controller mode. You come here, you can see all the buttons. It's very visualized here. And you can just drag and drop any button at any position. Oh, and if you don't like it, just click here to reset. By the way, this guide is home, okay? So there's one issue here. You can't have duplicate of any buttons. So like if you want to have like a cross-up layout, like to have an up here, then your lever doesn't have the up. So I know many players, they prefer this setup. This is compliant to Capcom rules. So yeah, I've always wanted to try this too. So I will try it here with my Kassai. So this button here, I don't use. So I have put it for unused. And well, you actually have 2 unused buttons here. So for this one, I put LS here. And for this one, I put update here. So this is actually an empty button for me. And let me do this one here. Okay, so this is my layout. So you have 2 empty buttons you can use. One is update and one is unused. Guide is home. Okay, this is my setup. And then we go back to home. This is the most high-tech part of the stick. This button travel settings. So basically, all these buttons, you can set them into 4 modes. So, okay. And each mode, you can set different travel distance, activation distance, and release distance. So, for instance, select all. I put them in mode 1. So here, for my mode 1, you can see the activation is 0.3 and the release is 0.3. You can change it by clicking and sliding, okay? And here, mode 2, I have 0.3 and 0.7. You can slide it here too. So mode 3, you can only set the activation distance, and mode 4, you can only set the release distance. But you can set each button individually into one of these 4 modes. So, for instance, this one I can set it to mode 1. This one I set it to mode 2. Here, this one I set it to mode 3. And this one, I can set it to mode 4. So the mode will be marked on the button individually, so you know which is which. Okay. So far, I've been testing with the 0.3 activation and release. So I feel it's really good if you like to blink or if you like to double tap your buttons. The quick release is very good for that. Okay, so let's go back to home. Here, trigger rule settings. It is the SOCD, okay? And here, if you go to the menu here, there's this joystick settings, of course. This is to set if it's a left stick, right stick, or the D-pad. So, but this one here is actually very confusing and very important. This button replacement. So here it says 1.5 here by default. So what it means is, as I told you, you can replace the buttons to have different travel distance. So by default, the buttons are 1.5 millimeter travel distance, but you can buy replacement buttons with 1 millimeter travel distance or 2 millimeter travel distance. And if you replace them on your stick, then you have to also set the correct buttons here. Otherwise, the rapid trigger or the quick release or the quick activation won't work properly, okay? Okay, this is the conclusion. So arcade stick have evolved in a way that it's lighter, it's more convenient, and it's more easy to fix, more utilities. And since the creation of Hitbox, we're able to have mechanical switches in the buttons. Then we're able to leverage on all the good stuff created by the keyboard circles. So now, Varmilo Kassai is on the forefront of both of the evolution process. It has all the convenient features for tournaments. A strap, a handle, detachable levers, and it's super easy to fix. Easy open door, and it's a toolbox by itself. So bring this to a tournament, you don't need to bring your toolbox. And of course, the retractable cable. It's so easy. You don't need to manage your cables anymore. Just plug, it's back in. And of course, these magnetic switches is again on the forefront of the evolution of the arcade sticks. So now you can set your activation distance and your release distance. So I'm sure the scientists can do a lot of new things with this whole new dimension of settings. I tried myself. I feel double tap is much easier with the quick release. So I'm looking forward to see what the scientists can do with all these new settings. The only issue with the stick is this lever side. The space is limited, the height is limited. So I'd say most of the Korean levers won't fit in there, if not all. So your modding options are limited to Sanwa options plus autos. So, well, which is still fine, I think. And I think Sanjuk's V3, some Semitsu would also work in there. And apart from these, I can't think of anything else. So it's a perfect stick for tournament use. I'd recommend it if you're going to tournaments or if you're looking for a new stick. So for the buying options, here comes the best part. So go to smallcap.net, and when you buy, you can use the code RORO-OS. And with that code, you will get 10% off on Varmilo Kassai and Varmilo FK2. Plus, you will get one free set of buttons, which are these buttons. These are the 8 elements from the Chinese diagrams, and they also represent the 8 directions, which I think is perfect for these buttons. Okay, so Please go check out the smallcap.net if you're interested in this stick, and use my code RORO-OS. You will get 10% off and 1 free set of buttons. Thank you. This is my first review. Sorry for blabbering. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye bye. Please subscribe.